A very good morning from Leh. The date is 12th June 2024. It's 6:30 a.m. and this is the view from our hotel room. It's serene and beautiful. We had reached Leh last night at 9:30 p.m. and checked in this hotel which is located very close to the Shanti Stupa. Yesterday's journey was exhausting and we are still trying to recover our energy. Our Jeep, I guess, was the one who had all the fun in the world yesterday. We have been out of network coverage since we crossed somewhere around the Himachal Ladakh border yesterday. Here, prepaid connections don't work. My friend had his postpaid Airtel connection, which is working fine. I guess postpaid BSNL will also work just fine. Our hotel doesn't have elevators. I am not very sure if hotels here have elevators or not. So if you have any breathing problem or heart conditions, please specify your booking agent that you need rooms on the ground floor. In fact, we were having shortness of breath after climbing the stairs. In spite of the fact that we traveled on the road, we had gradual ascent and supposedly we didn't require the acclimatization. However, these $1,000,000 views from the staircase were making up for our fatigue. Now let me show you the view from our room. Yes, this is the view from our room on the hills. It's 11 a.m. now and we are finally out to explore the Leh city. Today we plan to visit the Hall of Fame, Magnetic Hills, Sangam, Gurudwara Patthar Sahib, Leh Palace and finally end our day with marketing in the Leh market. Today the weather is sunny, temperature is around 22 degrees Celsius, but it feels pleasant as long as you are under the shade. However, you won't feel very comfortable under direct sunlight. It is advisable that you use sunscreen when you are under the direct sun to protect yourself from the UV rays. Also, keep using moisturizer as the climate is too dry. This is a high security, high alert zone. So you will see army barracks and settlement all around. The city is neat and clean and the traffic here is disciplined to some extent. We are now driving towards the Hall of Fame, which is on the Srinagar-Leh highway. finally we are merging with NH1 or the Srinagar Leh National Highway. If we drive straight, we will come across the Hall of Fame, Pathar Sahib, Magnetic Hills and the Sangam between Indus and Zanskar river, one after another. We have reached Hall of Fame. There's a free parking ground just adjacent to the Hall of Fame. Normally you will get a place to park your car here. If not, you can park your car on the sides of the main road. Just be careful to leave enough gap from the road and not block any gate, as there are army blocks all around. As we reach Hall of Fame, we will see several tanks, jeeps and artillery guns on display. These are the real machines used by the Indian Army at some point of time. Time. That's just a cross-sectional moment for us when we were relaxing on our couches in our living room, while the brave men in the Indian Army were fighting our enemies and securing our borders using one of these machines. It is because of these brave hearts that we live to see the next day. It is because of their supreme sacrifice and love for our beloved nation that we civilians live safely with our loved ones. Hall of Fame is all about our pride, our nation's pride, the Indian Army. Open for tourists from 9 am to 6 pm. The entry fee of 250 per person includes the light and sound show at the Zorawar Fort at 7 pm. Please note that Hall of Fame remains closed on Mondays for maintenance. Also avoid visiting between 12 noon and 2:30 pm because the entry is closed for lunch. Hall of Fame, built and maintained by the Indian Army, is dedicated to the brave sons of our soil who made the supreme sacrifice in the service of our nation. The hall is a tribute to the brave men who guard the frontiers of Ladakh. The hall has three integral parts: the museum, the war memorial, and finally the Shaurya Sthal or the war cemetery. Let me give you a basic layout of the museum, which has two stories. You will enter through the National Gallery, which has the national and formation flags and army collages. Then you will walk through the Operation Sadbhavna Gallery, Operation Snow Leopard Gallery, Ladakh Scouts Gallery, Army Aviation Gallery, and then reach the Kargil and Siachen Gallery. Then you exit to the Formation Gallery, from where you can go to the second story, War Gallery, Zorawar Gallery and the Ladakh Gallery. The exit from the Formation Gallery takes you to the War Memorial and Shaurya Sthal. At present, we are inside the Operation Sadbhavna Gallery. This gallery exhibits the role of Indian Army in women empowerment and education, infrastructure development, education and skill development, medical assistance, disaster management, and youth empowerment. Aptly quoted, Army belongs to the people and its commitment will last as long as the involvement of the people lasts. Then we entered the Operation Snow Leopard Gallery. In the summer of 2020, the northern borders of India witnessed violation of protocols by the Chinese People's Liberation Army. Several physical scuffles took place along the line of actual control at Galwan, including the hand-to-hand combat between the Chinese and the Indian soldiers. Operation Snow Leopard was a secret mission of the Indian Army to gain strategic heights on the Kailash range and the northern banks of the Pangong Lake, overlooking the Chinese troops. This mission showed the resolve of the Indian soldiers in spite of the extreme sub-zero temperatures and the treacherous terrains. Just adjacent to this Operation Snow Leopard Gallery is the Ladakh Scouts Gallery. The Ladakh Scouts, also nicknamed as the Snow Warriors or the Snow Tigers, is an infantry regiment of the Indian Army specializing in mountain warfare. The Nunnus or the Ladakhi soldiers are the sons of the soil, born and raised in the harsh terrain with thin oxygen, fierce and fit for combat. They form the Ladakhi Scouts, which is the oldest and the largest regiment among the Scouts. Their valor and grit in the face of enemy at Turtuk, Batalik, Kargil and Siachen are exemplary. They are among the most decorated units in the Indian Army. Next, we move on to the Army Aviation Gallery. Army Aviation Corps is the youngest arm of the Indian Army, formally designated on 1st of November in 1986. This gallery showcases the valor of the Army Aviations in the Operation Meghdut in Siachen in 1984 and later, and Operation Vijay in Kargil in 1999, just to name a few. Your eyes will well up and your heart will fill up with pride when you read the names under the list we forget fall. We are now in the Formation Gallery, which displays the formation science, history and legacy of the 3rd Infantry Division and the Parachute Brigade, especially during the Operation Snow Leopard. We are finally about to enter the Kargil and Siachen Gallery with racing hearts and deep emotions.
वहाँ पे क्या क्या होता है? सबसे पहले वहाँ पे बदकिस्मती से उस पहाड़ी के ऊपर से इतना बड़ा बर्फ का हिस्सा टूट जाता है। 15 में से 5 जवान को कहाँ लेके कहाँ दबा देगा पता भी नहीं चलेगा। उस चीज का नाम है एवलांच। क्या है? उसके बाद उस चीज का नाम है क्रेवासिस। क्या है? यहाँ पे देख लीजिए, इसके ऊपर बोर्ड के ऊपर कितना मुश्किल होता है, हालत खराब होता है वहाँ पे। आगे वाला रास्ता क्या है, मौत भी हो सकते है, पता नहीं है। आगे वाले रास्ते को ढूंढ ढूंढ के जाना पड़ता है। 50 दिन लगता था पहले चलते चलते 20-40 केजी के साथ। अब हो गया बीमारी, ये तो 2 ऑप्टिकल है। अब हो गया बीमारी का नाम सुन लेना। सबसे पहले वहां पे चेस्ट पेन होता है, मेमोरी लॉस हो जाता है, ब्लडिंग ऑफ स्पीच, हेपो, HAPO, हेपो।
War Gallery displays the arms belonging to the Pakistani army that were captured during the Kargil War. One of the exhibit even contains the personal diary of a Pakistani soldier that was found in the war field. We finally take exit from the Formation Gallery to the War Memorial. War Memorial is built in the memory of those who set out to serve the nation's cause and did not return. From here, we could have a glimpse of the flight taking off, as the Leh airport is just at the backyard of the War Memorial. lament the death of a warrior, for those who fall in the battle are honored in the heaven. They are our heroes whom we never name and never forget.